Hey everyone, it's Jessica from The Secret Life of Parkinson's. There's a couple things that I want to talk. Well, actually, there's just one thing I want to talk about, and it's the symptoms that I knew that DBS wouldn't cover, but it's something that I didn't really think about as much as I've been thinking about this past 2 weeks. So I'm going to show you two videos real quick. One is going to be when it's last year before my DBS of how dyskinetic I would be towards the end of the day. And then the other one is going to be when I was working. So it's the same time frame. It's around last April of 2025. And it shows the non-motor symptoms. So the first one's my motor symptoms, the dyskinesia. The second one's going to be my non-motor symptoms, which is like the brain fog or cognitive failure, I'll call it. So I'll let you take a look at that, and then I'll come right back. 4 years ago, I stepped back in my role because this is what was happening. And as any employee, but as a marketer, I was like, I have to be able to think clearly and strategically, and I couldn't. It just wasn't happening, and I had to step back because I was on ropinirole, and I had to switch off that medication and get on to carbidopa levodopa, anyways. But when I took those 2 months off, that's when like my executive function came back. And it was like a huge noticeable difference for me that I was able to think more clearly. And now that I was part-time for those 4 years, and I just stepped back in to go full-time just for a short while to help out. There's, I guess, only 4 months. And it was starting last week and a little bit more so this week is, I get on these conference calls and and everybody knows what's going on with me. So it's not a surprise, but it's just so frustrating because I can't articulate what I don't know. It's just like, even now, like, I just don't even know like what to say, like how to say it. So for all of you people with PD that are still working full time or have a lot on your plate and a lot of stress, not even stress, like I don't know why I just hate that word. Just, you have a lot going on and you know that there's things that you're thinking that you just can't say, or the way you say it, you sound like you're confusing or not knowing what you're talking about. And you just feel like, and it's like, I can't even explain it. I can't explain what it's like, but I know everybody else out there knows what I'm talking about. I usually only cry once a year, so I think this might be it. Okay, so why did I show you both of those? So first, I wanted to show you the dyskinesia because that was the symptoms, the side effects that I received from taking too much carbidopa levodopa. And I was taking that much because of the symptoms that I was experiencing, which is the stiffness, rigidity, which I think is the same thing, dystonia, and tremor. And I did suffer a little bit from shuffling, like the bradykinesia, like when I'd wake up in the morning. So I was taking 4 immediate release carbidopa levodopa, the little yellow ones. And then I was taking 5 controlled release, which are the little blue ones. I don't know why I keep doing this, showing you anything. So I was taking those throughout the day, as well as 2 GoCovery at night. which is the amantadine. So I was on all that medication and that was making me dyskinetic, which was the most troublesome, but I could go down on medication, but then I didn't like dealing with the stiffness and the rigidity and the tremor. Actually, not the tremor as much. It was really the stiffness. It was really difficult to deal with that. So that's why then I went to DBS. But before that, I did start working part-time. And I did go back full-time for the last 6 months of my job for a specific reason of working on a project. But I knew I was going to be done after that. But I went part-time, and then I also stopped working after that 6 months of going full-time again because of what you saw in that second video, which was the brain fog and the cognitive disconnect, I guess, from like what I'm trying to think and what I'm saying didn't come out clearly. And that only happens when I'm under a lot of, I always say this, I hate using the word stress, and I think I used that in that second video. But when I have things going on and when I'm supposed to be delivering something to somebody else, like somebody else is waiting on me and relying on me, that causes me for my symptoms to come out even more. So my symptoms being the tremor, rigidity, it could also be the anxiety, apathy, depression I have, but I kind of have that controlled, I feel like, with Zoloft or the sertraline. The sleepless nights, the sleepiness during the day, so I was still taking naps. So that was not covered through DBS. And I knew that. I knew DBS would only help with tremor, dystonia, rigidity, and obviously dyskinesia. But it doesn't help with freezing of gait and balance, but it also doesn't help with anything that is the non-motor symptoms that we deal with. And those are the majority of the symptoms that we have trouble with. So again, the sleeping, the apathy, the anxiety, the depression, people have constipation issues, they might have nightmares, cognitive issues, mood issues, like that is all rolled up into Parkinson's, and that is not covered by DBS. Again, knew that, but now realizing, oh, I look fine, I feel fine physically. All those mental, brain, whatever else is going on the below the surface is still happening, and trying to explain that to people, my family, my friends, why I'm not working. That part's very difficult. So I've been looking into Social Security disability, and even that, I just feel like a failure to myself because I feel like, okay, I should be able to work. But talking to my neurology group, Ellen specifically, she's like, you've made so much progress. She's like, I'm afraid if you do go back to 40 hours a week and you have the expectations of every day, showing up, delivering work. She's like, one, you might not deliver as well as you used to. And my symptoms will come back probably tenfold because of that reliance on me or the stress of what I'm putting on myself. So anyways, I've just been struggling with that awareness or that acceptance of, again, I knew it, but it's still hard to tell people. I mean, I was even trying to explain to some people of like, not having the motivation to go and work. Because, I mean, even Ellen was like, she's like, once you start talking about working, she's like, I could see your symptoms almost coming out even when I was talking about it, which I thought was kind of crazy, but makes sense. So anyways, first video that I showed you, DBS has taken care of that, and I'm very grateful. Second video that I showed you, if I go back to work, that is still going to happen, and that is something DBS has not helped with. So I still love DBS. I would do it again. Anybody who's getting it, please know it is 100%. I would do it all over. Highly recommend it, because getting that physical aspect taken care of, that is game changer. But now we just need help with the below the surface. So if anybody out there in the pharma and medical world want to help us out with that, that would be great. That would get us back to work. So anyways, I just wanted to share that. I've been trying to share that all week and just haven't found the right words to do so. Imagine that. So anyways, keep up with the videos. We're trying to release them every Thursday, so make sure you subscribe so that you get them. And
thank you for all that you guys have done and all the comments that you share. It's truly making changes in people's lives. So have a good night. We'll see you next time. Bye.